Arkansas has landed a huge sponsorship. Of course, you all know who it is. It's Tyson Foods, big supporter of Arkansas athletics. And well, that Tyson Foods logo going right there as a patch on the jersey. How much is that going to be worth? And what does this change for college sports moving forward when it comes to NIL? We're going to talk about it next, right here on the College Huddle. 87 independent podcasts from coast to coast. You've landed right here on the College Huddle on YouTube. Check out the website, thecollegehuddle.com. Find your next favorite podcast over at the College Huddle. By the way, we've got Arkansas covered for y'all over on the College Huddle, so make sure you check that out. Hit that thumbs up, like the video, and of course, let us know what you think about what we think down in the comments section below. Hopefully, we earn your subscription if you're not already subscribed to the channel here at the College Huddle. Well, you knew it was going to happen eventually in college sports. Nothing's sacred anymore, that's for sure. The old sponsorship patch is coming to a jersey near you. And if you're an Arkansas fan, well, there it is. No surprise to any of you. Tyson Foods will be adding their logo to all athletic jerseys and uniforms at Arkansas for the upcoming 2026-2027 calendar year in Arkansas. What's this worth to Arkansas athletics? Well, here's a good quote from an article over on CBS Sportsline written by Brandon Marcello. So basically, Tyson Foods strikes a major jersey patch deal that sends 90% of money to the actual players. I find that to be very interesting. Arkansas Athletic Director Hunter Yurachek has the following to say about this potential, or not potential, but this actual deal that was struck. The intention is that every student athlete will be positively impacted by this partnership. I find that wording to be incredibly interesting. That is safe. That is a safe comment. Positively impacted. In other words, certain players are going to get more of the pie than other players. Certain kids in certain sports are going to get more of the pie than other kids in other sports. But I can't say that publicly. So I'm going to say all student athletes will positively be impacted by this partnership. That's reading between the lines. That was really important to Mr. Tyson and Donnie King, their president and CEO, and Christina Lambert, their chief growth officer, and it's really important to us as well. They're saying all the right things when it comes to Title IX, when it comes to making sure that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. They're saying all the right things, but let's not kid ourselves. You getting a portion of a percent of 1% of this money as a student athlete is probably more than likely what that positive impact is all about, because the majority of this is going to go to the big name basketball players and football players, right? That's the reality of this here. Let's not sugarcoat this. And later on in the article, talking about more potential monies here, Learfield CEO Cole Gahagan told CBS Sports earlier this year that early valuations for the new asset, talking about patches and logos on jerseys, could range from $500,000 to more than $12 million annually, depending on the program and the market size. He also noted that most jersey patch partnerships in professional sports come from companies located within about 250 miles of the team, a trend expected to translate to college athletics, a dynamic that makes Tyson Foods headquartered just miles from Arkansas's campus in Springdale a natural fit. Again, I don't think any Arkansas fans are surprised that Tyson Foods is the first one to jump on this train for Arkansas. But Arkansas is not the first school to actually get this opportunity to get a logo patch on a jersey for a nice little uh, maybe 500,000 to 12 million, according to Learfield. Check that's being written, right? You had LSU earlier in the year do the same thing. They've got a deal struck um, with let's see, Woodside Energy. That deal was struck, and that's a 7-year agreement with Woodside Energy that was struck in February, just last month. UNLV signed a 5-year deal worth 11 million with a company named Acesso Biologics in December, 1 month before the NCAA formally approved the asset. You're going to see a scramble by most schools to try to get something on the books in 2026 for the fall of 2026 when it comes to football because it's now doable and it's free money for your athletic department at this point when it comes to name, image, and likeness, paying players, trying to find that revenue to get in the pockets of players to make sure that you're competitive in the sport of choice, correct? I mean, that's obviously where this is going. Now, for those who are traditionalists, they're going to hate it, but we live in a very corporate, greedy world where you have to get brand recognition means everything. And so, if you're going to get your brand in front of the eyeballs of potential customers, it makes sense for companies to want to do that with the school of choice where most of your customers are going to be rooting for. So, you think about, I would think about like Detroit, right? In Michigan. It would make sense that the Ford Motor Company gets their patch on the Michigan uniform. It just that makes sense to me, right? Um, and because the majority of Michigan fans in the state of Michigan either worked or had family members who worked at the Ford Motor plant, and you want to try to get more people to say, "Hey, let's take some pride in this local economy with whatever brand or product you're selling happens to be Ford automobiles," right? That's just an example I can think of off the top of my head. There's so many out there that you might be able to think of as well. So it just makes sense to me that this is going to happen, especially in college football. I'm assuming some companies are going to not be as friendly as Tyson Foods here and be like, "Hey, look, we just want the football team or we just want the basketball team." But maybe some of them will be like Tyson, be like, "Look, we want our patch on every sport team that you have there on the campus." So this will be an interesting story to follow. I think the majority of fans knew this was coming. They're not they're not going to have a tremendous feeling about, "Oh, I hate this. This is going to have me stop watching my favorite college." You're not going to see that. Um, those people who are like that have all probably already quit watching Major League Baseball. They've probably already quit watching the National Football League, you name it. But let's be honest here, man. Do they watch NASCAR? I mean, motorsports are absolutely littered with sponsorships. That's how they make their living. That's how they are able to produce a product that you watch is through sponsorships. So college sports was only a matter of time before college sports got to this place. They're here. And oh yeah, by the way, Arkansas looking at selling the naming rights to the stadium as well. So where can we get these other revenue streams to help so that we don't fall in the red when it comes to revenue sharing with the players, NIL, etc.? Welcome to the new world of college football. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks brought to you by Tyson Foods in 2026. Do you like that? Are you excited for it? Do you not care? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And who's your favorite team? And what corporate patch would you be okay with on your favorite team's jersey in 2026? Let me know that down in the comment section below. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We'll be back with more college football content for you right here on the College Huddle.